Hi, it's Dave Kurlan, and this is my rant of the day. Today's rant is about timing and how most salespeople disrespect the timing. I'm going to tell you a story. Uh, Many years ago, I wrote an article about a plane trip I was on from Dallas to Boston, and I was sitting next to country music star Chris Cagle. So I'll leave the link to the story in the notes because the story is about something else. But the story illustrates timing. I sleep on the plane, and I was on this trip sleeping, and all of a sudden, this guy sitting next to me is elbowing, saying, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Huh?" Yeah, it's really groggy, waking up. He's like, "It's okay. You can sleep on my shoulder." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, sleep on my shoulder. It's a big shoulder. Be easy for you." I'm like, "Okay." And I went back to sleep, but not on his shoulder. A couple minutes later, he's elbowing me. "Hey, buddy, told you to sleep on my shoulder." Anyhow, he didn't want me to sleep on his shoulder. He didn't want me to sleep. He just wanted to burn my ear for 4 hours. So it turns out it was, in fact, Chris Cagle. And he wanted to know if I knew who he was. He was a country music star. He had some number one hits. I didn't know who he was because I never listened to country music. Now, it turns out today I love country music. Several years ago, when my son started listening to country music, he turned me on to country music. And I think it's the best music out there right now. But the timing wasn't right for me. So he was pestering me for 4 hours, getting me to listen to all his country hits on his iPhone, on his earbuds. And yeah, I listened. He was jamming the earbuds in my ear. What could I do? So I listened, and I was unmoved, and I didn't care, and I wasn't a country music fan. And at that moment, I wasn't going to become a country music fan. But things change. Timing for people changes. And the single most important thing you have to understand about selling to people is even though you may have executed your process, even though you may be at the point where you're ready to close, doesn't mean that your prospect is there yet because their timeline is different than your timeline. You're just going to go A, B, C, D, E, close. But they're still on A. They don't even know if they're interested yet. Or D, they don't know if they want to come up with the money yet. Or E, they don't know if they're ready yet. So your timing has to be the same as their timing. If you get there first, you're going to annoy them like Chris Cagle did to me. If they get there first and you're not there with them, they'll get annoyed that you're not picking up their buying signals. So you have to be in alignment on timing. Back to Chris Cagle. Turns out I'm a fan of his music too. And the thing I wrote about in the article was his startup at the time, his concrete and stucco business. So that's worth a read just for the insights on how easy it is for him to get a first meeting because of who he is. So, like I said, I'll put the link to the article in the comments. Timing, get the timing right, and you'll instantly see the difference in your success. That's my rant of the day. This is Dave Kurlan. Sell your ass off.